Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we've got the Urgos chiming, dual chiming clock that I did the chiming video for earlier today, and I've just decided to do the in-depth video for this clock just because it's like 11:15 and I almost forgot to do it. So yeah. But anyway, I'm just first of all, just a quick thing. This is the exact same key as the HAC clock. And the difference is the Urgos one was the exact is in much better condition. Oh God, I'm not being able to speak English today, but oh well. But yeah, not very much to say about it. Another weird thing that this shares with the HAC clock is that it also says made in Württemberg on it down there. However, this is an Urgos because of that trademark there, which the HAC doesn't have. Because, well, it was made by HAC and not Urgos. Because Urgos clocks, and I did look this up on a forum just before making this video, just so it happens. Yeah, Urgos used that trademark throughout like the 1930s. The sort of clock face with the chime rods there. Yeah, I just thought that was a thing to know. Another thing that gives this clock away as an Urgos. No, actually, no, never mind. I was about to mention the chime barrel because on some Urgos clocks, the pins are like inside of the chime barrel, if you get what I mean. Like, rather than, like, let's say on this clock, I use this one as an example, rather than having the pins be on the barrel there, like they'd have the pins inside the barrel, but have them sticking out more, sort of. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but you get what I mean. Sort of having the pins inside of the barrel, but not at the same time. Yeah. But this clock doesn't appear to have that. This clock appears to have a normal chime barrel that you'd find on a HAC or a Kienzl clock. Yeah, that's the selector switch. You push that up for Westminster, you push it down for silent, and you leave it in that sort of middle position for Whittington. A weird thing with this clock is sometimes on the Whittington setting the chime barrel won't sit right, so you have to push it into silent and then push it up a little bit to get it to sit right in the Whittington setting. It works fine with when it's in Westminster. It's just, yeah, sometimes on the Whittington it sort of jumps some of the notes. So yeah, I thought that was just a quick thing to note. But as long as you just push it down to silent first and just push it up a little bit so it chimes after going into silent, it should be fine. It should sort of just reset itself properly. But yeah, not much else to identify this clock as an Urgos, except for the note tuning, because Urgos clocks have a very particular sort of note tuning where it sounds like this. And on most Urgos dual chiming clocks I've seen, excluding this one, because most Urgos dual chiming clocks have the German version of Whittington, which sounds a bit different, but sounds just as nice. Because if you didn't know, there were 3 different versions of Whittington. You have the American version, or the standard version, I guess you could say. Is it American or I don't know. I don't know where it originated from. The Whittington tune we all know, where it does, yeah, which is on most more modern Hermal clocks, or that Kienzl clock, or this clock. But on most Urgos clocks, they use the old German version of Whittington, which was only used on Urgos clocks and some Gustav Becker clocks. And obviously you've also got the English version, which shows up on sort of English clocks like Peerless Movements or EMBE, however you know it, you know. Yeah, I'm talking about a random thing, but yeah, this clock has just the normal version of Whittington rather than the German or English version. But yeah, it sounds very nice. And also, with Urgos clocks, the hour strike tends to sound like this. Which is actually, that's why I kind of, that's why most of my favourite clocks tend to be Urgoses, because they just have a more of a deeper sound, which makes them sound more powerful, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about now. But yeah, and also yeah, the casework is absolutely beautiful on this clock. It's probably my best looking clock that I actually have, like the clock that's in the best condition. This, and I'd say, yeah, this clock, that HAC, the Smith's clock, which is behind all of this, and also the Gustav Becker wall clock, and the Ian Welsh regulator are probably my best, or probably the clocks that are in the best condition in my collection. Because even though that's got a really nice case, but the movement needs parts, I think, either that or it just needs oiling, so it's not working right now. That clock works, although the face is coming off a bit, so yeah. The case is just falling apart on that clock. The bezel's fallen up, just come off on that clock. Actually, that one's also in really good condition as well, and the Korean clock up there, so yeah. And that clock, the side glass panel on the left hand side, that's coming off. That is, like, the wood is sort of letting go, so I need to re-glue that before the glass panel comes out, and that won't be fun when that smashes. So yeah. But anyway, enough about that. Yeah, there's not much to say about it. This is the first Urgos clock I've ever had. Like, in fact, most of my clocks, except for Smith's clocks, I've had quite a few of those. For example, the alarm clock, that one, the one that's down there, and also the battery powered, the battery powered little tiny clock, the brass cased one. But yeah, this is the first Urgos I've ever had, and to be honest, it's very good. It's kept good time, even though the shop owner who I bought the clock from, the shop I bought it from, the owner of the shop, told me that it needed regulating, but sort of, I mean, it was, yeah, regulating, but so far it's not gone out of time, so I don't know. Yeah, so there are also two other clocks in there. There's another Smith's, I think it was a Smith's, or it might have been Enfield, Westminster chime clock, and there was also another clock which struck on a coil gong, which it sounded a bit like like a Gilbert mantle clock. I'm not sure. It sounded American though, so I'm pretty sure it might have been an American clock. But yeah. Yeah, I might be getting those at some point. I might not be. Who knows? But for now, this is the newest addition to the collection. And I will stop rambling on, because otherwise this video will end up being 20 minutes long. And me not being able to put it on YouTube. So, I will see you in the next video. Yeah.